Hello. Welcome. It's Friday. Alright, never mind. For Willie, it is already Saturday. How's everyone? Fred is here with me. Oh, wow. Okay, Saturday for a lot of folks. I get it. Some parts of the world more advanced than others. Totally understand. Hi, Joylene. Alright, guys. I probably will seem like a mess today because I'm all over the place and...
You're right there.
What?
You're right there.
Yes, but like mentally I'm all over the place, you know? As advertised, I will be eating lots of snacks. I went to the Delish Test Kitchen today, which is in the Hearst Tower in Midtown Manhattan, and I stole a bag of like samples that somebody on floor 11 got sent. There's just a random bunch of shit piled there, so I was like, huh, these sound interesting. I have no idea what these are. Let me grab a bag. Done. We'll also be taste testing these, which got sent to me as a part of a spring promotional package. I have no idea what they would taste like, but cauliflower stalks, sea salt. They are made from cassava, sunflower oil, cauliflower rice, whole grain brown rice, sorghum, sea salt, garlic, parsley, celery seed, vegetable blend, which includes spinach, broccoli, carrot, tomato, beet, shiitake, mushroom. There's apparently this one container, this bag, has 4 servings, but I'll probably eat all the servings. And then I was in the tower today to shoot a video for Cosmo, which I think went pretty well, but I noticed when I came back home that because I had put on sunscreen for the first time in years and put on 2 masks because pandemic, I had this like streak of sunblock like right here on my crease. And I have no idea if that streak was there for the entire shoot. And if so, how embarrassing. I'll have to stare at that for 6 minutes. But this tub was gifted to me by Liesel at Cosmo because they had this for another video. And she was like, I'm going to Mexico for 6 weeks. Nobody else is going to be eating these, and these expire May 15, 2021. So she was like, would you like to have these? And I was like, sure. So now we will have a lot of pork rinds to eat. I mean, honestly, this is only a pound of pork rinds, and there's supposedly 36 servings in here. Let's just say there's only 30 servings in here. Let's be honest, this will last me 3 days. So those are our snacks of honor tonight. Aaron is going to be cooking something of some sort.
Dinner for Fred.
Oh, dinner for Fred. Okay, guys whoever has had pili nuts, first of all, how do you say this?
I've never heard of those nuts in my life.
And second of all, what does it taste like, and what is it? Tell me.
And I'm a pretty nutty guy.
Pili nuts. Fred is very hungry, and Aaron is going to feed him. And you've never had pork rinds, though? What? These nuts!
These nuts!
Peely nuts? Peely nuts? Okay. Hi, Naoko. What cat food is it? Same cat food that I showed you guys yesterday. Dave's turkey giblet.
Not made by Nestle, which is what we...
Not made by Nestle, which is our only requirement. This is from the Philippines. It says wild harvested Himalayan salt, rich buttery taste, whole food. Great for snacking, baking, and more. I wonder how much this 1 ounce bag costs. Probably like $8. Superfood pili nuts are simply delicious, grown on trees in the nutrient-rich volcanic soil of the Philippines. You're right. Ding, 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 ding. They are wild harvested, sprouted in purified mountain water, and slow dried to preserve their delicate flavor. Pili nuts are a good source of magnesium, excellent source of vitamin E. 23 grams of fat per serving, not just a snack, it's long-lasting fuel. Dusted with a delicious sprinkling of Himalayan salt for a perfectly salty finish that keeps you coming back for more. There were other bags on the desk, but I didn't want to be greedy, but there was like a matcha one and a cacao one, and I was like, ooh, those sound good, but I just want the pure Pili nuts, because I've never had it before. Candied Pili nuts, huh? Okay. Well, guys, I think I'm also going to eat some watermelon to start with, but I feel severely dehydrated right now. I haven't had any vegetables to eat today, or fruit. No, that's a lie. I ate 2 fruits. I ate 2 apples. But I do have that watermelon that's been sitting there for like 2.5 weeks. It's probably no bueno by this point, but maybe I can cut up some rind, and maybe I can eat the watermelon while we cook the watermelon rind. I like your patterns today, Aaron.
Thank you. I'm glad you like the channel, Jay Smith. You're burnt out of all your normal YouTube channels. Well, the world isn't lacking for YouTube channels, so, just type something in the search bar, see what comes up. Maybe get into a new hobby, Maybe you could just learn all about,
Cece, what do you mean you can't eat fruits?
model trains on YouTube. What if you just watch all the YouTube videos for model train hobbyists?
Hi, Melanie. Welcome to the first.
Is Aaron a hipster?
That's hilarious.
Hipster is a word that we haven't used in 10 years. That's a very 2007 to 2009 word, hipster. I'm not sure I've heard that recently. What is Aaron? That's a good question.
This small watermelon came from Guatemala. Not very local, guys. I'm sure we grow watermelons in the States, no? Does anybody know how to pick watermelon? My dad used to slap it, but I never knew what we were, I don't know. Excuse me, Fred.
Yeah, hipster came from the 70s, then had a revival, I think, in the Brooklyn, Williamsburg culture of the late 2000 knots or whatever that decade is confirmed, or is called. Sorry, I read the word confirmed on the screen as I said call, and my brain switched to. I am making meat slop. Fred's delicious meat slop. Do you guys want some turkey meat slop? Meat slop. You know what? Fred loves it though. This is his favorite thing.
Cece says, Aaron, I dare you to taste it. How much, Cece?
Yeah,
How much?
I don't do shit like that for free.
I'm sorry, $12 for 3 packs of that 1 ounce Pili nut? No, thank you. Jesus Christ, I'll stick with my almonds.
Josh Weissman is another food YouTuber, I believe, right?
Correct. How much would you give me to just smash this on the counter open?
You'd be Gallagher.
Who's Gallagher?
The comedian who, you're flicking water in my face. The comedian who is known for just smashing melons on stage with a big hammer. Comedian. I think he made jokes in between smashing the melons. What was the deal with Gallagher? Was the thing just smashing the melons, or was he doing comedy in between? I never actually watched it.
Everything's falling down again. This smells weird. Ugh. Neither side wins.
Lisa's telling you to do it.
Ah!
Will you be here to clean up, Lisa?
Sunflower seeds. I love sunflower seeds. They're also very cheap too, so not nearly as expensive.
Allison, people are saying he did jokes too. So I think
oil my
I think he would
cutting
do a joke, smash a melon, and repeat.
Excuse me.
We have a lot of cutting boards. We don't really separate them by anything. June tried marking which sides of the cutting board should be used.
Well, I do raw things. Everything that's getting cooked and heat treated can go on this side that says meat, but fruits should go on this blank side. Not that that makes a difference. Once you wash it, cross-contamination is going to be happening anyway.
This is now a Gallagher stream. We will be only discussing Gallagher for the rest of the 2 hours or so.
I'm not smashing it, guys. God. Have you never cleaned an apartment? Do you not know how horrendous that feeling is of having to clean an apartment?
Hello, Rakita. Arakita. What a fun name.
How do you know that that's the way you say it?
Arakita. I don't know. I'm reading. I do my best. What else we got here? Do you think if you tried to roast watermelon rind that you could make chips?
It's really moist. I'm not going to say no, but I'm also not going to try
That
it.
seems difficult. I think you might be able to do that in a dehydrator, but probably not an oven. Would be my layman's guess. Hello,
I mean,
Debbie.
an oven is a dehydrator, Aaron. You can totally do it.
Nah, dehydrator is magic.
Okay.
Have you tried watermelon seed butter? I've never heard of that.
No, I've never heard of that. What?
Baked watermelon is good itself.
Do you want any watermelon, Aaron?
Sure.
Can you give me a bowl that you would want the watermelon in?
Thank you. Hello, Aline. Aline. I think it was Aline. If I remember
Aline.
correctly. I want to switch to calling you Aline. You got an ad for Savers. Yeah, I've been to a few Savers.
Oh, I love
already.
Savers. Thrift store.
Dell is digging the haircut. Did you see the stream where June did it? Was that yesterday?
2 days ago?
2 days ago? We don't know. We have no conception of time. Could have been years ago for all we know. Fire and Ice is watermelon and jalapeno. Ooh. Pamela, that sounds awesome. I don't know what context that is, like a drink or like a salad or something, but I am very down for some watermelon and fresh jalapeno.
Why don't you use the fresh peppers that are in the fridge now and top it with the salad?
Wish I could make a cocktail with watermelon and jalapeno. How awesome does that sound? I would do tequila, watermelon juice, maybe some chunks of fresh watermelon, and obviously some maybe strands of jalapeno in there too.
What are you going to put in your watermelon now?
Tahini.
Just tahini?
Maybe.
Does anyone ever eat the watermelon rind with the dark green part on?
Watermelon and jalapeno blended with club soda and tequila. There you go, Christina. Now we're making magic. Ooh, Fred's ready for a second course. He completely cleaned his plate.
Yay. Cinda, you've eaten the watermelon rind? Tell me, how do you guys make it not so tough? Because it's pretty tough. All right, Aaron. A bowl of water for you.
Thank you. Water plus melons.
Pickle the whole thing? Including the green part?
They want you to do it. I think people will just say yes to anything you ask them. Like, I think that's how chat on live streams works in general. Do you guys want to see June eat that entire tub of pork rinds on stream right now?
No. I do not.
Answer in chat.
I do not. Thank you, Gabrielle.
The first answer is no, which is not proving my point, so I'm going to ignore it.
See, my people love me. They love me.
Everybody who's saying no, I'm going to ignore you, and then only look at the people who are saying the answer that I want them to say. That's how knowledge works in the modern world. Okay, everybody's saying no, but Aaron, do it instead. Damn, foiled again. Okay,
You should do it, Aaron. Yeah, Aaron, why don't you do it, Aaron? Huh? Huh? Huh?
Because I'm chicken.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
No, you're not.
I am a pollo.
Anyway, it's Friday, guys. None of the stream will make sense to anyone.
Why? Because it's Friday?
Yeah,
What about Friday doesn't make
because
sense?
we're crazy.
You guys know this isn't enough. You guys know this isn't enough tahini. Are we approaching sufficient tahini levels?
I got watermelon juice running all over.
Mhm.
What do I do with watermelon? Should
Lick
I
it
try to drink it with a straw?
Jude, you're just being silly now. Jude's being silly.
That worked.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yum.
June is being a certified silly bean.
All for the YouTube, you know? How's it taste, my man?
Oh yeah, people were asking that. I mean,
What?
obviously great. I didn't say anything because like, why wouldn't it taste great? It's watermelon and tahini. My only wish is that I wish the watermelon was like, I don't know, fridged or frozen,
Yeah.
like in ice, so it would have that nice, you know, sort
Yeah.
of like refreshing, you know, Mexican street snack on a hot day type of feel. But obviously it tastes great.
We'll fridge it for tomorrow.
You need butterscotch chips on it? What?
Yeah, because you did that. You did peanut butter chips.
That was not the tahini thing. The blueberries didn't have tahini. The blueberries had, I think, condensed milk and peanut butter chips.
Now you're trying to justify your creations?
I'm saying it's unrelated. Tahini and peanut butter or butterscotch chips is not a complementary flavor, but
Okay.
tahini and fruit is.
Okay.
You guys are conflating my culinary genius.
Don't conflate the gene. Meow.
Fred's done.
Meow. I like your little trill, Fred. Do it again, Fred.
Yeah, cherries with olive oil. That was one. Cherries, olive oil, tahini, and then the peanut butter chip blueberries was different. What else do you put tahini on?
Anything?
I don't know. June says anything, but honestly, like, I really only put tahini on fruit, and then only some fruit. Like, I love it on watermelon. I love it on cherries, especially. Like, more tart fruits. For some reason, I don't like tahini on apples. It just doesn't feel like the flavors meld that well.
This is really testing my lung capacity.
Well, I guess you don't.
I
have
feel
COVID.
like the machine at the dentist. You know that machine? I am the machine. Yeah.
June is the machine. Fred, you're not getting any more. You had your 3 ounces.
The slobber sucker. Mm-hmm. Wow, Julie. Thinking of me at Costco, did you buy the peanut butter?
Having fun?
Yes. I'm probably going to get a stomachache very soon. Pickle pizza, I'm not.
What do you mean pickle pizza? Like pickles on pizza?
Mm-hmm. Have you tried pickle pizza?
I mean, I've had pickled jalapenos on pizza, which is great.
That's not the same.
Hmm.
This is like dill pickle. Dill pickle pickle.
No, I haven't had that. Doesn't sound super exciting.
What was in here? It looks oily.
Sai, we're not really Costco experts,
Yeah.
so.
But maybe Sai's asking the
Yeah,
chat.
ask chat.
Tiffany, I do not know what I'm doing, actually. I've never cut watermelon this way, and I don't recommend it unless you like juice slobbering all over your cutting board that you then have to suck up with a straw.
How about this? If you guys have a question specifically for us, just ask it. But if it's a question specifically for chat, just say like at chat.
Or you can at me. If you at me, it actually lights up in yellow,
Right.
and I can see it more easily. Then I know that for sure you're asking me something.
Yes. If you go at June like the month, we will see it easier, but you should only use that if it's a question you really want to know, bro. If it's like the biggest question of all. If you're desperate to know it. If June properly monetized this stream, then she would do that with donos.
Guys,
She's giving this to you for
hold
free.
on. Speaking of monetization, I finally got my first direct deposit from YouTube, and I finally got the super chat money that you guys gave me like 80,000 years ago.
Nice,
Yay!
I didn't steal it. Hey Nez.
My very first paycheck from YouTube was like $534, which includes approximately 150 or 160 of your super chat money, because even though you guys gave me like $240, YouTube took a third of that.
Less than a third. 3/10.
Really?
30%.
Which is why we don't have super chat on right now, because we don't want to give YouTube money. We don't want to give Google money. Google owns YouTube. Google is evil. YouTube is evil by default. So like, yeah, I have Venmo. I do have Venmo.
Owned by PayPal.
Owned by PayPal, but
Are they
maybe
evil?
slightly better than
Hey, June.
Google. Yeah.
Who isn't evil?
You're evil. Everyone's evil.
No, I asked who isn't evil.
Fred, though.
Venmo is commission free, right? True. So at least they're not making money off it. They're just data harvesting.
Data harvesting, which Google does anyway.
Right.
So.
We're all getting data harvested this very second, being on the Googles.
Does Fred have a Venmo? I'll ask him. I'm not sure how good he is with tech and stuff.
Jess is suggesting we let Fred try some watermelon, but he probably won't eat it.
Okay, Jess. That's a no, Jess.
Yeah, he doesn't eat anything unless it's
It might have to do with his teeth. I just recently discovered when I first gave him Greek yogurt, he didn't really like it. And then I smushed it up and made it really, really, really nice and smooth with my spoon, and then he licked it up. So I think it's just because a lot of things are really hard for him to eat with 3 teeth. So he might actually...
I think it's more that he's a cat and doesn't like fruit. He likes meat. I think that's
Okay,
the answer.
all right.
Yeah. Some things aren't necessarily complicated. Just remember, I don't think they take out taxes. Right. Yeah, June. Any income June gets from the ad revenue and stuff, she'll have to obviously self-report. Self-report income. I'm not really going to cook anything because June brought home a bunch of snacks. We'll try it. She did bring home some beef stew.
It's
Oh.
not... It's just broth, Aaron.
No,
just-
you said there was chunks of beef or something.
There are very limited chunks of beef.
Oh, well, I mean,
And I would like some of those.
okay, I'll let you have those and I will cook
You
the
can
broth.
have half.
I don't want half. I want the broth.
Okay, what are you gonna cook in your broth?
Nudes?
Okay, can you give me a sec?
Yeah, there's no rush.
I don't wanna be rushed.
You're not being rushed.
I know, I just don't wanna be rushed.
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
I don't like your tahini breath.
Mm-hmm. Taking breath. Hi, Jen. Yes, chamoy is that hot sauce that they put in chamoyada, which is tautology, but
Delicious.
it's good. June is holding a knife, but it would be, it would take a lot for June to stab me because she is faints instantly at the sight of blood, or even I think the thought of stabbing or getting stabbed. So I would have to really piss her off for her to decide to stab me.
It's probably gonna happen at some point.
When did you tell the story about the time you fainted when you cut yourself at work?
Did I?
I don't know.
I don't think I ever did.
Okay, don't tell it then. I don't want to hear it.
But the very first day that I used this knife, it was so sharp that this little heel of the blade cut me accidentally, and I was about to throw up. That did happen. Yep.
How are you guys holding up spending so much time together during the pandemic?
Not
we
great.
we hate each other.
We've had so many fights, guys.
Fights usually look like June yelling at me, but that's how it
But
goes.
also, when you ignore me, that makes things worse.
True. Yeah, no. As soon as I have vaccine. I'm getting out of here right now. I'm moving out tomorrow. Bye. Bye, bitch.
Okay.
Yes.
Excuse me, knife coming through. Guys, are there people out there who are as communicative as I am? Because I would like to find a partner who wants to talk about every single thought.
Yes.
Aaron is not one of those.
If you are the sort of person who announces that you fart every single time you do, please.
Not like that, guys. You know what I mean.
You know, yeah. If you consider yourselves a good dating candidate for June,
Who wants to date me?
Yeah, this is a new reality series we're doing.
You've seen me fart already, so we're past that initial stage of shyness.
This new reality series we're doing right here in chat right now called Who Wants to Date June? Leave a comment under this video with your dating resume and a cover letter for why you should date June, and she will evaluate your applications and maybe, do some interviews.
No, we have to be able to talk about farts and feelings.
Farts and feelings, the old F&F.
Not just one.
Do you have a dating preference, June?
What's a dating preference?
I don't know, answer however you
Like physical preference?
She likes men who look like John Mayer. She specifically likes John Mayer.
No. What?
John Mayer is
No.
what she wants. Did that embarrass you saying you have a crush
No,
on
I just don't want John Mayer.
But you love John Mayer.
Oh
I know Aaron might joke, but it's going to happen. No, I'm not joking. June is allowed to date whoever she wants, so she can absolutely make it.
All right, you may now cook while I snack. Shall we eat the peely nuts? Do you want to try the peely nuts?
Yes. Oh, what's that on the bag? It's like
Smushed, crushed fragments of peely nuts.
weird.
Can you let me wipe up the
Sure.
FriedChunks.
FriedChunks.
I moved you guys so that you have better lighting. Here, you can see better into the bag. Aaron, do you want to come over?
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to grab a little tiny silicone bowl, a pinch bowl?
Wow, is that what they called in the business?
Kelsey, I've pretty much only dated men. I feel like I would be open to women or genderqueer folks, but I've just never really developed a relationship or an attraction.
Didn't you go on like one date with a woman?
I did go on one Tinder date with a lass, and I really liked her, but I don't think she was into me, and she just ghosted me, and it was sad. All right.
I'm not that tall. I'm just like 6 feet exactly. June is just short. That is
Very oily. They look and smell like macadamia nuts.
They're really like they're so fatty and oily. They're like soft.
They taste wet.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why there's not one but two.
Yeah.
Oyster wicking
I've
packet?
never seen 2 of these shits in like the tiny, tiny bag that they have those nuts in.
Really good, I think, as a butter, probably. It's literally like vegan butter.
Yeah, I don't like them. It's like, yeah, it's butter. It's butter in nut form, which I should like, because I like butter a lot, but...
Tiffany, they feel fattier than Brazil nuts. They taste exactly as fatty as Brazil nuts do, but Brazil nuts have crunch and texture, and like they turn into gritty pieces when you chew them. These kind of just turn into butter.
Do they taste $12 worth?
No.
That I would pay nothing for this.
Maybe
really.
if I open like a bougie gluten-free vegan bakery and I needed to have like some sort of like a vegan substitute for butter, these could be really good. And if they're this expensive, I would justify my baked goods like mini muffins for $6 type. I'm gonna fridge them.
Okay.
And maybe we'll bake them into something. This little bag is apparently $4. Somebody found a price point for 3 of these bags, which are 1 ounce each, for $12. They should be fresh because it says February 2022.
It was a very sealed bag. It's not a problem with the freshness. I think peely nuts are just not very good. I think that's probably why I've never heard of them until now. If they were a good nut, it would be more well known. Be like almonds. We've all heard of almonds, and almonds are delicious.
Alright, palate cleanser time. We're gonna go straight into these cauliflower stalks. Erin, can you pass me a scissor, please? Snacks with a plant-based twist. Keeping it real, made with real cauliflower. Gluten-free, non-GMO, certified vegan. Puffed veggie snack. Enlarged to show texture.
Enlarged to show texture.
That's the texture.
I should steal that technique.
That's the texture. Go ahead, Erin. Grab them. Pitos. Pitos are okay. They smell like shrimp chips.
Sea salt flavor. I think I would like these more if they were flavored because they
smell like shrimp chips.
They're very plain.
Ooh, I think I'm gonna like these. They remind me of like Asian snacks a lot. Farty.
What?
They have a little bit of that cauliflower fartiness. They cannot fit on my fingers.
You know what? I think this is a good snack.
Hold.
I think this is a good snack because when I ate the first one, I was like, oh, this is too plain. And then as I ate more, I was like, oh, these are better. So they're highly snackable. It's one of those like, cheese doodles.
They're perfectly salty. Some are saltier than others, which makes them addictive.
Yeah. You eat one cheese doodle and you're like, oh, this is whatever. And then you eat a few more and you're like, oh, I could eat the whole bag now. Well, I get it. I would still wish these were like maybe flavored like salt and vinegar.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna finish this whole bag tonight, guys.
Or
this
something.
is 1 serving. It says 4 servings, but they lie.
Where can you get these? We have no idea, Claire. June stole them from work.
I didn't steal them. They got sent to me.
Whatever. It's
The UPS guy dropped them off.
the point is she didn't pay for them.
Yeah. They are just as fatty as like tortilla chips. 9% total fat, 5% saturated fat per serving. So they're not extremely healthy. Only 1 gram dietary fiber per serving and only 2 grams protein. So actually just about as healthy as tortilla chips, which I think I honestly would prefer tortilla chips more.
These have that quality of Cheetos where they're just air. They just
Disappearing calories.
Disappearing calories. Extremely snackable. The peely nuts or whatever the fuck that was, thumbs down. These, thumbs up.
JG, you're just gonna have to do a package mukbang. Then you won't have to eat alone.
From the Ground Up is the brand. Okay. There you go.
All right.
Something And Whole Foods, probably. This looks like shit that would be at Whole Foods.
I love fried rice paper, yeah. Do you want to make your dinner now?
I kind of just want to eat these for an hour.
Do you want to dip it in the soup?
Yeah, good idea.
Warm it up a little?
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the tower today, and they were, Chelsea was shooting with Liesel, who works at Cosmo for the most part, but Liesel was helping us shoot
You
a
can dump in about a half cup, I guess.
video. Why wouldn't you just use a smaller pot then if you're only doing a half cup?
Because I might do noodles, I'm not sure yet.
Oh, okay. Well, you dump it in.
Okay.
And she was making homemade tortillas with only
Oh.
maize.
Look at that gelatin.
Look at that gelatin. Look at that gelatin. And then she made beef shank to bring in to like be the taco
Maybe done with a
filling.
spoon.
And so it was only the three of us. And Chelsea was going on a train to go to DC. And Lisa was going to the airport to go to Mexico. So she was like, do you want this? And I was like, well, if nobody else is taking it, then you know I want it.
I want to taste it. I'm going to melt down some and taste it first so I can gauge how salty it is.
Okay, you do that. Can we try the beef shank?
Yeah.
And then in addition to the broth, she also gave us some beef shank. And there's also 2 bones with marrow in there.
Cool. The old Aaron crotch shot. You know it, you love it.
That's your piece. Do you want it cold or hot?
Like this. I'll get it. I think it's been stewed for a long time, so a lot of the beefy flavor is now in the broth, which is what we want. So, you know, it's good. Kind of mild.
JS, the test kitchen is filled with glass jars that I've saved. Literally nobody saved glass jars until I started working there. And then I started saving meats that weren't used by the end of the week. I put them in the freezer and then I would disseminate them when they got old enough. So many glass jars. I want to be a witch. Are you a witch, MA?
Okay, I'm gonna taste some of that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. That just tastes like yeah, it tastes like classic Campbell's, you know, beef, I don't know what that shit is.
Pure beefiness.
Yeah, it tastes like a really good, like, you know, canned soup in a good way. It sounds like I'm knocking it, but I'm not. Whatever your favorite is, Progresso, Campbell's.
Do you want more meat?
I don't buy that stuff.
Do you want one more piece of beef?
No, thanks. Yeah, so I can do more because it's
Can I
not
have
that
more?
salty.
Can I have it all?
Yes.
Guys, I've been craving meat recently. Craving it.
This honestly tastes more like a soup to me than a stock, if that makes sense.
Okay. Well, there's not much bone. There's just more meat.
I don't think that's the lid.
Thank you, Barbara. Welcome. We hope that you will be you too. I'm not a big meat eater, no.
We'll definitely need some of that later.
Noreen, somebody disliked my stream? Who are they? Can I date them?
You gotta put your cover letter and dating resume in the comment first, though. I need to get the nudes.
Homemade buttermilk ranch. Dell, you disliked? Are we dating now? Ottawa. Are dating resumes real? I don't know, are they? That
You
sounds
can-
really sad.
You can make one. You can make anything real. June, does anyone slide into your DMs and hit on you?
I don't think so.
Aw. Sorry to hear that.
A lot of people slide into my DMs, but nobody's been like, you're so hot, let's date. Is that how people flirt?
This is gonna take a while to squish these down in the pot.
I got them.
Yeah, it just takes, you need pressing.
You need to turn the heat down.
I've done
Are
it
you
many
sure
times.
you don't want more broth?
I'll do a little more. I do get noodles in the pot with about this amount of stock. It just takes a minute. There we go. They're already soft. They're already pliable.
Yeah, they're in the jar. We're still together because, I don't know, we have a lot of commonalities. Have you ever found anyone that you didn't have a single disagreement with?
Probably your pets is the only people you don't have disagreements with.
I've never made yogurt at home, but I've made it for restaurants. That broth is cold, yes. But now it's hot in the pot. Hot in the pot.
That's kind of the point of pets, right? Is to just be people around us that don't piss us off. Ever. Don't say dumb shit.
I don't think Aaron and I fight constructively yet, but I hope to one day get more constructive with our fights.
I don't think it's a fight if it's constructive. Constructive would be a conversation.
Oh, okay.
A dialogue.
You're pretending that we're robots and that we have no emotions and that we're rational all the time, which I don't think we can be.
True.
I mean, maybe you can, but I can't. I will always be irrational. And I totally agree that not fighting is more destructive sometimes because you guys just both simmer and you get more miserable with time going on and you not discussing the issues that are making this internal conflict escalatory.
Aaron's half robot. You're half robot, bruh. Everybody's a cyborg.
No such thing as constructive fights. Uh-oh.
I never fought with my husband. That's why we divorced. That's funny, Trisha.
Oh, Trish.
Can I send you pictures of random stuff or DMs about my day on Instagram? Asks Cece. You can send it.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean June will reply, but you can certainly send it into the black box, the black hole.
My DMs have increased to the point where I just can't even have the energy to emoji back sometimes, guys. It's nothing personal, but I truly have no energy left. You'd be surprised.
I think the answer to whenever people ask, can I send you something, is always yes.
You can,
Yeah.
but will
Just-
I read and respond? Doubt it.
Hey June, I recently adopted a new cat. What's the
Yay.
cat's name? Aqua?
Aaron, can I try to get the marrow out for you?
Sure. I'll allow that. Calcifer. That's a fun name.
That is a fun
What does that mean? That sounds like Lucifer, but different. What's calcifer? Isn't that like Latin for rock or
Can you
something?
move over a bit?
Like, calcium? What are the nudes? I'll show you the nudes.
They're news that I bought for recipe development, but they're really good. I like them a lot.
They're good. They're no lanjolamian, but yeah. Kikonin Oriental style noodle. Their words, not mine. And they are basically just wheat, buckwheat, water, and salt. Yeah.
Guys, this spork is the only one that can get bone marrow out. The handle is like the perfect size to get into tiny bone crevices. Bone marrow, bone marrow. Everybody knows what sign you are.
I kept thinking Aaron was saying nudes. I was saying nudes. What sign am I? Guess.
I would never open my own restaurant.
if you guys can guess it correctly, that'll tell me that astrology isn't bullshit. Because you
What are we guessing?
said sign, right?
They know your sign.
Dude, I honestly believe we've had this conversation before in one of June's earlier streams. I think Myers-Briggs is honestly bigger bullshit than astrology. I think they're both bullshit, but Myers-Briggs is even bigger bullshit.
I've switched personalities before on Myers.
Yeah, every time you take that test, you're different.
Do you want this cold
Which
marrow?
is kind of my whole problem with it.
How's that taste?
Luxurious.
Like butter?
Yeah, like actually just meat butter.
Are your noodles not done?
I had to take the Myers-Briggs for a job interview, and I couldn't even tell you what I got because
You couldn't care less.
yeah, it's done.
Yeah, how is he Pisces? I'm more Pisces than he is.
So, I don't want to start this whole conversation again, but my main problem with Myers-Briggs and stuff like that is it's a self-reinforcing ideology, right? So when people see what label they have for themselves, they get this fancy 4-letter label, they learn about it and they identify with it, and then that causes their behavior to be more like what the personality type tells them to. So it's sort of you can expand this issue to sort of other ways of identifying yourself as, you know, a sort of static, unchanging individual, when the world and the way people work is not the case at all. Like, people are different from moment to moment, from situation to
You want a
situation.
dip?
And sure, I'll try dipping in my soup now. And like, throughout time in your life you change, but also from moment to moment you change.
Did you hear my burp?
So trying to reduce this stuff down to a single label that has like certain ways of behavior is way overly reductive, and it way overly simplifies the human experience. And
Hold on, Jenny. Make sure your resolution is at 720p and not auto.
why? What's happened?
Her sign is blurry. Her screen is blurry.
No.
Did that taste good, Jeff?
It's amazing dips. I definitely recommend it because it's not even spicy soup, unlike what I usually make.
Can I turn off the heat?
Sure.
Noodles are probably done. Guys, the bubbling is gelatinous and silky and thick. Ooh, it makes that like almost MSG flavor come out.
Yes, it's a very good combo.
Do you want pork rind in there?
I'll try. I don't want them like served on top, but I will. See, I didn't have enough broth. Or rather, the broth.
Pork
The
rind
broth?
flavor.
The broth is so gelatinous, so much collagen. It like reduced down to a sauce, basically. But it's
Mom,
good.
Mom, are
Very
you
saucy
jealous?
noodles.
My mom loves pork rinds.
This is basically like.
Jenny, why is your screen blurry?
Thank you.
Do you mean like pixelated? Do you mean like it looks very low res? Are you at 720p?
There we go.
Del, tell me about yourself. Describe yourself. My mom likes watching these lives. She thinks I share too much. Oh, so Del, I feel like you're very young, no? You're a little bit too young for me, no?
Chili oil's going on.
I've been normalizing oversharing since age 8, ever since my mom stopped speaking my main language, English.
This is almost what you might call like a dry noodle in Chinese cuisine. 'Cause
Uh-oh.
it's-
Dell's angry at me.
Oh.
Date
Is there
canceled.
Is there drama in the June Simp world?
JG, you just have to keep oversharing to the right people, and then you'll have an audience. Age preference when it comes to dating, I don't really want anyone more than 2 years younger than me. And I haven't dated anyone that much older than me, honestly, so I don't know. Yes, the imperfect bowl holds more than you think it does. Did you show the people a nice silky pull?
I did, yes.
Glossy, glossy.
Is that thick enough for you to call it a dry noodle?
Yeah, I would say so.
I would pass as a dry noodle, I think.
I like the vegetarian one more.
What's the longest you've dated someone for? You're looking at them.
If I say it's gonna be a mukbang, guys, it's gonna be a mukbang. See, Linda, the problem with that is I'm not really into sex, so that doesn't really matter to me. It is a non-consideration. We met in China while we were teaching.
This is one of those asked every day questions.
Or I'm going true carnivore tonight, guys. Yum. Oh my god, guys, look at this piece. It's a monster. It's like 2 pieces forged into one. Willie? Dell, you have a typo in the first word? Is that how much you care about dating me? Damn. Open relationship because of I don't really believe in monogamy or the strength of monogamy to carry 2 people through the end of their lives without getting completely miserable and angry at each other and disappointed with themselves and their own standards. And because of sexual what is Dan Savage's incompatibility, because I'm more gray A and demisexual, and Aaron is so-called allosexual, which, you know, to the rest of you who are not familiar with asexual spectrum speak, is just people who are normally heterosexual, homosexual, whatever sexual, they're sexual. Me, I'm not very sexual on that sexuality spectrum, so it took me a long time to discover that, like, I don't really feel comfortable being in a relationship with someone and being their only partner, romantic and or sexual partner, because it puts a lot of burden on me to fulfill that sexual need, and I didn't want that burden on me anymore, and I also didn't think it was fair to quote unquote trap someone. That was the word I used at the time, but you know, I don't really know what the right word is. I didn't think it was fair to have a person who's allosexual be in a relationship with me who's more asexual and expect that monogamous relationship where sexual incompatibility is such a huge thing to be like a constraint on their happiness. So we just wanted to open up the relationship so that we could both kind of explore what it would mean to have an open relationship and whether or not we can communicate well enough to... I'm not aromantic.
With how many times you've said sexual so far, I'm getting excited.
I'm not dating in the pandemic. What is dating in a pandemic? Yeah, we're in an open relationship.
Sail away. Were you not listening? I was like, what she's been talking about for 5 minutes.
Honestly, Claire, my favorite kind of dating is basically Zoom dating because a lot of my first dates have told me that I basically just interrogate them, which I do. Why are we on a date if you don't want me to ask about you? Why are you dating someone if you're not ready to share who you are?
What if Erin found a GF and wants to marry her?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, sure, marry. That's, I can promise you that won't happen.
You deal with jealousy, Rosie, constantly. And that's just something that you have to
Be
negotiate.
right back. Inhaled some chili.
Uh-oh. Are you gonna survive?
Yeah, just getting my water.
What do you ask on dates? Everything. Why not? I agree, Amy. Janelle's totally right. Jealousy is an inner struggle.
What if he leaves you for another person? I don't know.
Then he would leave.
Then he does. That's like the same as breaking up. People in open relationships also break up too. So it's like, okay, so I left.
We weren't always in an open relationship. It was like 4 or 5 years ago that we opened it up. Maybe a little bit more.
Like being in a closed relationship doesn't mean the person, is gonna be there forever either.
We ask as many questions as we want, and ideally, we are able to answer each other's question about everything transparently. Sometimes it's a little bit harder than others to answer certain things, I think, because we don't want to acknowledge it ourselves first, but it's an ongoing practice in how to communicate and how to be honest with yourself first and foremost.
Yes, Vicky, that is actually the only time I would consider marrying somebody is just to help them out with immigration.
Yep.
Although I probably shouldn't say that because then I might be investigated if I actually end up doing that now that it's on public record. I would marry like every immigrant to get them into the US if I could.
We only have a junior 1-bed studio. We don't have space for 2 beds, so yes, we share a bed. If you want to upgrade us to another apartment, I'm for sure going to get 2 separate beds because it's so much easier to stay asleep when there's not another human body right next to you. Fredo, do you want a treato? Do you want a treato, Fredo? Was he good enough today, Aaron? Should we give him a treat?
Yes, he handled the inhaler as best he could, like a champ. This is really good. I assume you don't want to taste because I chilied it up.
Correct.
Okay.
But I want to do something with my watermelon rind. What do you think? What do you think I should do? Is Fred on the camera? Let's show him getting a treat. Can you? Expensive turkey, my boy. He dragged it away to munch in privacy.
Aaron, stop showing off. What am I showing off?
I feed him a little bit of kibbles, about 1 ounce a day. If I fill this little jam jar, it's about 1/2 ounce. And then I put it in the egg crates. Fred, though.
I don't know. I'm showing you noodles because this is technically a food themed YouTube channel, I guess. Well, June sort of made it into an everything themed YouTube channel, so I guess we won't talk about food anymore.
Life themes. Can you step to behind me or further? Yeah. Just so that people can get some Fred in. I put the treat in the cup. Then I put the cup in another cup, like this. And then I make sure they're kind of closed. and then I shake it so that Fred knows there's stuff in there, buddy.
I use chopsticks correctly and forks incorrectly. June uses chopsticks incorrectly and forks correctly. I have a weird way of holding a fork that I never noticed I did until somebody pointed it out, like, pretty late in my life.
We called the vet today. They don't have a confirmed result on the ringworm yet because it's a culture, and
It
so they
didn't
need
grow
weeks.
so far, is all we know.
Yeah, they
But,
need some
yeah.
weeks to confirm that it's not growing anymore.
So far ringworm free. Maybe.
I think I would be a fantastic long distance girlfriend too, actually. I think I'm better with distance, honestly. I can be a little bit too needy and cloying and micromanagey in person.
No, June, you're great.
Yeah. Nobody believes that shit, Aaron. I don't know any poly YouTubers, actually. I don't know who they are.
Kratzford is better, yes.
Have I ever dealt with people-pleasing tendencies? Of course I have. Who hasn't? My allergies are fine. They haven't really been triggered by Fred, but sometimes when I pet him too much and I'm cleaning the glove, I'll get sneezy. If you guys broke up, would you share custody of Fred? I don't think Fred can be moved. If we actually broke up and separated physically, I think one of us would have to take Fred.
We would play rock, paper, scissors.
Do I have a middle name? No, not really. Are you satisfied with your dinner?
Very satisfied. Thank you.
Did you not want any more pork rinds?
All good. Thank you.
Alright, guess I'm eating this whole tub by myself, guys. Favorite female musician? I don't know if I have one, but my last crush on a female musician was Meg Myers. Meg Myers has a few very great songs that remind me of really powerful 90s female rockers, acoustic rockers. I am a people pleaser. I think you're right. I like Yuna. Yuna's a little too smooth for me. She's very smooth R&B. Her voice is so nice and like frosting. What should you put in your zucchini cookies? Cinnamon. LP, I'm not sure if I have. Guys, if you want me to answer your question, it would be really, really, really easier for me to see it if you tag me first because it lights up in yellow-orange. But also, pause the questions because I need to grab another laptop. This one's running out of battery. Vicky, I see it, but I don't know if what you asked, because I just came back with a new computer. Hi, Jesse, BB. Yeah, well, we want Fred to work for his food so that he's not always just like meowing and thinking that he gets away with meowing. I did take my vitamin today, thank you. Did you want your vitamin?
I didn't know it.
And you didn't offer me any?
You have your own stuff.
But you were supposed to remind me.
Well,
What kitchen appliance do you wish you had? I don't know if I really want any. Aren't we in a relationship, guys? I feel like this is a relationship. I mean, this is the biggest poly relationship potentially. We could submit ourselves for the record books. I like sunrise more. The colors of the sky change so well from dark. Banana bread recipe with banana peels? I didn't, but I also don't have banana peels anymore. Bye, Brittany. Guys, I really want to cook my watermelon rinds, and I don't know what to do with them, but... I don't really want children, no. I can't get with the green rind. It's too tough, guys. You can definitely do liangban with them, but I hate this rind. No pressure cooker. I take C and D. I'm just eating the green parts and I'm composting the rest. I can't handle the fibrousness. Watermelon rinds to wash your face? I don't know about that. I don't want to cut it. I'm being stubborn. That's not a pizza menu. That's a holiday card. No, I don't compost myself. I just bring it to the farmer's market. It's not a deal breaker. You have kids, whatever. I'm just against making more. Some farmers markets are all year round, some are only seasonal. No walk with Fredo. Do you think he would handle it well? I don't think I would be a great mom, guys. I haven't thought about doing a tiny compost bucket yet, no. I wouldn't mind having an air fryer, but I don't have space for it, as you can see. Literally no space for appliances. What other way is there to eat without gusto? This is true. I have friends who are like, I forgot to eat. I'm like, how do you forget to eat? That's literally all I think about all day. Fred, do you ever want to go on a walk? Fred, do you want to go on a walk? Ooh, Casey. That's a rough life. This rind is very stingy. There's not a lot of rind. Rind is actually my favorite part of a watermelon. Yeah, I forget how wide-ranging eating disorders are. Ooh, what's the first thing you're gonna cook on the sous vide side? Noreen, I feel like you've just described a very common narrative. I think lots of people are like us. I like rind because it's not too sweet and it has the proper crunch and it has more substantial crunch factor. Honestly, my depression makes me eat everything too. It's just like stress eating. The physical feeling of being full comforts me, I think, and that has kind of established a psychological addiction. No cookbook, Stacy. Is this hurting people's ears? I can stop eating it. Let me know if it's hurting you. did go to the test kitchen, yeah. I missed a question. Do you mainly drink coffee? I'm a tea drinker. Pasta gran. I haven't seen the latest pasta grannies. What's up with the latest? It's always a little weird. That wasn't my first time going back. I go back sporadically sometimes to get stuff or do certain projects. But yeah, it does feel weird. Ooh, pasta grandpa. Cool. I've not actually that's a lie. Aaron might have pickled garlic once, but then it turned green and we were like, this doesn't taste very good, so we stopped.
What did I do?
Pickling garlic.
I love pickled garlic. Also, I'm just here because Jeff asked me to. Hello. What's up, Jeff?
Oh, you guys missed the first part of the night.
Exciting. Glad I came back just in time.
We're blocking Fred again.
I'm blocking Fred now, right? I'm just waiting to see Jeff's comment so I can say what up. My cat's name is Jeff. There he is. Hello, Jeffrey. Who's Marge? You said Marge would say hi. I think Jeff has a friend named Marge.
Hi, Kevin.
Thank you, Popcorn and Mango. So what are we doing? Just eating watermelon around?
It's a mukbang.
It's a mukbang. What should I snack on? I want something sweet after those spicy
My
noodles.
muffins.
Yes. I'll finish those.
And then you have all the candied orange peels that you claim to love.
Yes.
Aaron, do you call your dad by his first name regularly?
Yes. These are the last two muffins that you might remember June making on some streams ago.
I don't watch Quang Trang. What is the channel about?
I don't think you said that correctly. It's my wild guess. These were good muffins, but
Hi, Cece.
the humidity caused the frosting to over time melt away back into the muffin.
Yeah. But it's sweet now.
There's the blood orange on the bottom. It is, it's more sweet. It still tastes good. Just no more frosting. Frosting infused muffins, that's right. Goodbye, Chimchar. Charge your phone.
Oh no, 1% sad.
You are now liberated by the tyranny of technology. Enjoy.
Do you think Jeff is accurate in saying you've gone to hundreds of restaurants with him?
Yeah.
Hundreds would imply over 200.
I grew up in his house for 18 years and lived with him and went to like Pizza Huts and Applebee's and everything like that, and also traveled around the country with him. So yes, it's definitely easily hundreds. I bet you've been to hundreds of restaurants with your parents too.
I don't know if I have.
Actually, I don't know if you have. If you grew up eating home cooking a lot, then you wouldn't have. But we liked our, we liked our standard American suburban restaurants. Yes, he has been.
Butter mochi is live. The recipe is live. The video is not ready yet, but the recipe just went live today. So if you Google butter mochi delish June, you should probably be able to find it.
Jeff has been to China with me. In fact,
Blocking Fred again.
I can't keep this in mind all the time, June. In fact, not only has Jeff been to China with me, he took the long train alone from Beijing to Xi'an to meet me in Xi'an. He is one of the very few foreigners who did the a long train ride from Beijing to Xi'an. It's a harrowing experience, especially if you. And I'm not sure if that was his first time in China. It might have been, but especially if you don't speak the language, if you don't really know much about it. But he did it.
Maybe. I love Korean food.
Yes, Jeff speaks fluent Cantonese, but not a word of Mandarin.
Jeff's Mandarin is as fluent as my French.
Right. But his Cantonese is perfect.
Cantonese is hard to learn. I don't know how to. I speak Mandarin, but I do not understand Cantonese at all.
I only said yes to the Cantonese question because somebody asked if he spoke Cantonese, which was such a random question that such a weird question that I agreed to it. I don't know why he would. All right, I put in my time.
Okay.
See ya.
It's not a job, Aaron. You
I
don't
wanted-
have to come.
No, it's not about you. It's about Jeff. I wanted to.
Oh, I see.
He asked me to.
Jeff, I hope you're satisfied. What else can I eat, guys? What else can I eat? Let's have some yogurt. Bye, Del. Speaking of yogurt, no, nothing's forgotten in the oven, just empty pans. Does anybody like to drain out the whey and drink it? I love doing this every time I eat yogurt. Drain it out and take a shot of whey. Cheryl, that sounds delicious. Your mom knows how to cook. Alright, we have strawberry up first, but I also have vanilla and plain, and we might eat all of those. I don't know. Jazzy BB, you always dump out the whey? No fucking way. I love kefir. I love all fermented dairy products. Love cheese, love everything. Is that the flag of the Philippines? Hi, Faith. Yogurt and peanut butter? Really? I don't know about that, girl. Jenny, you can't eat any dairy at all. My hands are okay today. There's a little bit of breakage, but not bad. Cheryl, that's really smart. Saving the way for starter. I would do the weird combos again, guys. That sardines and condensed milk was so surprising and really good. This yogurt is not frozen, it's just yogurt. Eliza, it's funny that you say that because I think sometimes when I wake up from a dream and I'm trying to tell Aaron something, I'll start speaking in Chinese. What's for dinner, Pantomime Goose? Fred is kind of dozing off. Fred just does this Fred thing. Aaron understands Mandarin, yeah. Tootsie Pops dipped in sour cream. Okay, girl. Vanilla. Vanilla is up next. We got our whey. Nice and thick. Look at that drip. Okay, that's enough. Hi, India. Welcome. I have so much yogurt because Stop and Shop had, I think these were like 2 for $7. And if you bought $15 worth of products, you got $5 off. So I bought 4 of these, and then I bought a tiny container, and I got the whole shebang for 11 bucks, and I was like, dang. Stonyfield Organic, and it's not expiration date. Score. Stonyfield Organic is the brand. You can freeze yogurt. It might turn out shardy though. It won't be like frozen yogurt. You have to have an ice cream maker to ensure that smooth freeze. I love yogurt, guys. Hi, Hawaii. Fred, we're here to look at you. Should we give Fred some yogurt?
Go for it.
Not the banana one. Fred, though. I'm gonna give him some plain, but I'm gonna drip out the whey first. Okay, a lot of people have been writing into my Instagram saying yogurt isn't good for cats because cats don't like dairy and they're lactose intolerant, but isn't the probiotics good? And isn't yogurt kind of low in lactose? Maybe not. Plant-based yogurt. Silk used to make a soy yogurt that I really liked. That's the only one that I like. I hate all of the plant-based yogurts. Yeah, I'm just gonna give him a little, guys, okay? I'm not trying to kill my cat here. Really? Your vet also always said no dairy at all? Hmm. They're gonna cancel me for giving you yogurt. But do you want some yogurt, buddy? Just a little treat? I smush it up for him because he doesn't like eating it at all when it's chunky. Did you like that, bud? Is that good? Do you want to clean it? Yeah. Delicious, isn't it? You good? You done? You're so cute. Guys, he's so cute. He's so cute. Did you like that, Fred? Now I'm gonna eat yogurt. And I'm gonna eat vanilla flavored yogurt. You have a little yogurt stuck on your whiskers, my dude. I know. Alice and I saw him narrowing his eyes. I don't think he has bad breath. His ear got clipped. That's what they do to stray cats, to signify that they've been neutered. Yep. I read that you shouldn't exceed 2 to 3 tablespoons per week. So. Hi. You okay? We gave him his Flovent earlier today. It's a real struggle, guys. I think every time he thinks we're trying to kill him. Wish he could understand. Can you hear his little labored breathing? I do worry though, because we've been having a lot of trouble trying to rinse his mouth out because he just won't have it. He hates the water. Hi Yuka. He hates the water more than he hates the Flovent itself. So I'm really worried about him getting thrush developed in his mouth and esophagus. How do I force water into his mouth? That must really sound like it's torture, because it is. Right, Fred? I think we're trying to kill you. Yeah, we have a little squeeze bottle thing that is basically like a syringe. It's a little like a little I don't, if you guys know photography, that little air blower thing, it's kind of like that, but with like a tiny little spout. But jam it in and push. Damn. Okay. How do I know if he's getting thrush? What should I look for? Just whiteness? This has turned into cat advice hour. You know, that little squeezer thing that I have is kind of like a small baster. On the side? Okay, on the side of the mouth. Okay. I don't know if you would drink chicken stock right after. That's an interesting idea. Aaron.
Yes.
Somebody just had a good idea that maybe we can offer him some sort of like chicken broth or salmon broth after the Flovent to get him to drink something.
Yeah, maybe. If I don't know if that works as well as just rinsing out his mouth, but maybe.
Yeah, I can probably get it in.
You
I
have
just
to make sure it's not, too salty.
right, of course. Yeah. The Flovent is painful? Lord? I had no idea that the Flovent is painful. Damn. I wish I understood more about, hi South Korea. I wish I understood more about asthma treatments. I didn't know he was in, oh, okay, thrush is painful. Oh, Fred. Buddy. Are you okay? Tired? Yeah, I'm really hoping that he doesn't get thrush. I will try salmon broth, I guess. Or chicken broth. I'll go buy some chicken bones. Make a little broth for him. Ew. It tastes like magic marker smell? That's disgusting. Ugh. I'm a little bit worried because I have to go camping for a delish shoot soon, and so Aaron might not be able to administer this flovent successfully with only two arms. I can't imagine, Emily, how I'm gonna get into his gums. I really doubt he's gonna we've tried the cat burrito. It works for clipping his nails, but it does not work for the flovent as well. Allison, what constitutes as messing up a dose? Because I probably have messed up a dose. Like pushing too much into it. Nez doesn't live close by, actually. So... yeah, we've had the most success by backing him into a corner. What's bougie shit? Yogurt? JS, we've been trapping him like between our bent knees, but it usually takes two of us. Yeah, we have like a arrow cat. So the inhaler goes in here, we pump it, and then we stick this on Fred's face, around his nose and mouth. So we don't even use the inhaler directly. It's a chamber. I haven't tried a lot of Filipino food, but I really like the vermicelli dish. I also like sisig, but it can be a little bit too greasy. My jeans are starting to dig into my stomach. Maybe that's a sign that I should take a break from eating. I have not gone camping before. Veggie vegan congee tips? It's easy to make vegan congee. I just use water and rice. Then you can top it with whatever toppings you want. Yes, Pensit. Strawberry and pistachio tart sounds amazing. I don't like the outdoors, actually. I fear it. Aaron, do you want some cheese?
Oh, thanks.
We're moving on to the cheese portion of the show, guys. Have you seen the red knife? Huh, I don't know where my red knife went. That's sad. I'll use this one. This cheese I got from my shoot. One is a cheap one is an expensive one, and there's also a piece of chocolate in there. LOL. I think it is Hauda. Wow, this bag is so ripped. What the hell is maggot cheese? Ew. What? I'm gonna eat the piece that I took a chunk out of. I just went. This one is just like really tasteless, really nice and creamy, and just. Illegal maggot cheese? Ew. I don't have a favorite cheese. I love all cheese. Cheese is delicious. So do they use maggots to make the cheese? What is maggot cheese? Wow. Oh no! Ew! Oh.
You talking about that Spanish cheese with maggots in it?
I think it's Italian.
I think they also do it in Spain.
Aaron says they also do it in Spain. Oh.
It's Casa Marzu.
Guys, ew. Ew. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can. I freak out when there's too many of one thing in a place, like humans, or like a puddle of ants. Visually, it triggers something visceral in me where I just lose control and like start feeling faint. Ooh. Strictly regulated, you say? Yeah. How do people think of this? I know we're innovative, but I've never seen supersizers go. What is it? The cheese is alive. Oh, cool. Different time periods. Vietnamese fermented raw beef. There are so many things, guys. I did watch Great British Bake Off, yeah. Same, Fernanda. Exactly. Exactly. I don't want to open up a wheel of cheese and just be like, wriggly, wriggly, wriggly. Bangladeshi food? Some. Not a whole lot, but I have. Insects as edible protein, we gotta really market it and rebrand it. And we gotta learn how to flavor them properly. does he sleep like that? With his head literally hanging off the chair. How is that comfortable? He's been fretting by sleeping all day. Brooke, what the hell? What the hell? How? How are there maggots inside chocolate? How? I like seitan. Cricket flour. Yes, I like that idea. How did we start talking about maggots and food? Native Beauty, you have 3 rescue kitties. Yay! Alright, this is the fancy howdah that I'm also going to trim off my bites. Tastes like good cheese. Free dearth. Mush for life. Gabrielle, what the fuck? You guys have traumatizing bug food memories. Yes, it is a little bit crystallized. I don't know what I needed to major in to work at Delish, but I majored in English Lit. Other people majored in different things. Food media. So it's a weird space to be in. There are no rules. College majors don't really count for shit unless you're doing like programming or scientific, like pre-med stuff. Can I just say, even though I know that's more expensive, I like the crappy one that doesn't have much flavor more. I just have cheap taste, guys. I don't have a favorite book. But I do remember in elementary school, my favorite book was Ella Enchanted. I read that shit like 8 times. How do you ease anxiety attacks while at work? How do you ease anxiety attacks ever? I really think the only thing that's helped me is breathing, focusing on my breath, and the only thing that's really helped me is imagining myself as a pebble plopped into water and slowly sinking down to the calm riverbed. Do you guys remember when I bought like a 3-pound bar of cheddar on like Sunday? And I was like, I'm gonna eat all of it? Yeah. I ate pretty much all of it, guys. My diet this week has been terrible. Anyone who's asked me a question, there's a lot of chats flying through. If you can tag me, I can see you better. and I have a higher chance of answering you. Lena, you just have to watch the live. I can't reiterate every single snack. Gosh. It will bring too much to shame to reiterate everything I've eaten. Maybe I get stopped up, but you know what? Whatever. It's not just the cheese that's responsible for the farts. How do I balance the acidity of savory dishes? Yeah, Hearts of Palm. Are you doing the canned version? Canned versions are very acidic. I don't really know what you can do for that. Most of the time for those, if I don't want to like make it too salty, I just add some sort of sweetener. But I don't know if that can solve the canned tartness. Most satisfying part of the recipe development process is telling myself that it's good enough sometimes. If I'm too perfectionistic, the whole adventure is tortured. My favorite Indian food? I don't know. There's so much Indian food. How do I choose? I like the snacky things. I like the chots, all the different chots with like crunchies and yogurts and things. I like the texture, I like the friedness, I like the creamy coolness of yogurt. Canned vegetables, disgusting. The only one that I like is green peas canned. Everything else, besides beans and tuna, like canned vegetables in general, just ooh, no, no. Canned corn, there's a time and a place for it, but I like frozen better. I don't know if I've had Peruvian food. Canned peas taste sweeter to me than frozen. So it's a treat. Grandma couch. If you guys have recommendations for New York City Peruvian food, let me know. I don't like paneer. It's very squeaky. Bye, Eliza. It's not an early exit. We're at 2 hours of snacking. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Fred. That was very loud, wasn't it? Cottagecore aesthetic. Can I just say it's dumb? All these social media trends of personas is dumb. Like goth girlfriends, dumb. 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 I've thought about moving to the West Coast. Haven't made the move yet though. I've missed Beijing yogurt. I don't even remember what it tastes like. I just know that it's good. So I don't know how to make it. No, cheese doesn't happen that way. You need cultures to make cheese. It'll just weep back into cream with enough time. Hi, Ruby. Yeah, I need a visa to stay in Canada, maybe. Yogurt and curd? Curd is like what happens before cheese is fermenty, before cheese is aged. Good pizza is impossible to find in Northern California. Have you tried my pan pizza recipe? Will you try it? And let me know if you like it. Oh, Cinda. Hello to your cat-sitting cat. Tangzhong Pizza. Willie knows where it's at. Yeah. Linda, how about you bring yourself to elsewhere so we can all see you and you can explore the world beyond Kansas. Not shitting on Kansas, I'm just saying. Check out other places. Remind yourself why you love Kansas. Hi, Kim. Michelle, why Aaron gets to have votes? Because we're quarantined at home and who else is going to eat the food?
Did you say oats?
No.
Oh.
Pork rinds, yes, pork rinds. What?
What am I allowed to have?
Somebody asked why you're allowed to score the food.
Oh. I don't know what that means, so I'm gonna ignore it. I am gonna have some oats though.
Can he have pork? Can he have pork rinds?
Actually, no. I will have a simple mundane apple.
There's only salt, and I'm just gonna give him a tiny pinch.
I walked over here so Fred would come back. There he is. You see his tail. Ooh, and him.
You don't like it, bud? You don't want it? No? You like the smell of it? No? Are you sure? Is it because it's too crunchy? What if I put it into dust? Fred, you're an especially handsome boy. I think we got some suitors for you. This has now turned into a dating show for Fred. Fred, you have some pork rinds. Fred, you have some... Fred, you have some pork rinds on ya. There you go, bud. You're welcome. It's hilarious because my mom writes me emails and she's always like, "Aw, Fred's always watching you guys eat and he always looks so hungry. Like, doesn't he also want to eat too?" And I'm like, "Mom, literally I give it to him. He does not eat it." But anyway, I'm just gonna continue munching, but I think this is it, folks. Happy Friday. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for the farts, guys. I really appreciate it. Very on brand. Say bye, Fred. Okay. Bye-bye.